with Jesus. How about you?
I'm going with Jesus. I'm going with Jesus.
Good Friday Blues has its own integrity even as it's morphing and responding to changes. So.
And I you know, it comes out of, this is a particularly creative community, St. Mark's has always been. So in terms of what other churches can do, are there some churches who might do it? They might, but it has to be authentic to who they are and where they are. Arts speak to people on so many levels.
If I wanted something from recording Good Friday Blues and sharing it with other churches, it's that where is the life?
Yeah.
In your congregation, who are the people immediately around you? What are the things that are going on that are of life? Because the gospel is of life.
Right.
And then we bring them together, and maybe the Christian gospel magnifies the life, and maybe the life shifts the way we tell the story, and people are fed. The gospel happens.
It happens.
And
it's a living thing.
Yes.
I mean, that's true of the Eucharist. It's the oldest running drama in the world. And it happens. I mean, when properly done, it happens.
Yes.
You know, in the midst of the people. It happens. It's not something that you say wrote. It's not a rote
it changes
saying.
you. It's participation in the life of God that changes everybody.
Take me with you, Jesus. Might not see you in person, but I know you're just the same. Might not see you in person, yeah, but I know you're just the same. Never have to worry. Taking care of business is his name. That's his name. Mr. Taking care of business. Taking care of business. That's his name. That's his name. That's his name. That's a name.
So tell me, when this was first brewing, what was your initial vision of Good Friday Blues?
Well, it's funny because actually Kathy Roscom grabbed me and said, I got an idea. Let's do a Good Friday service that has blues music. And let's call it the Good Friday Blues. So my vision at that point was certainly to make sure that then, first of all, that we lived up to the idea of really incorporating blues into the Episcopal tradition. And that excited me because I really love to mix traditional and more contemporary music together in something that really appeals to sort of people who are very traditional and people who might not have gone to church at all.
And you said to me, and I felt it in the event itself, music was important, but the music was secondary to the liturgy. That the Good Friday liturgy gives you a structure, and a structure of word and sacrament and veneration.
Run, you can run. Tell my friends all around. Spoon, 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 spoon. Yeah, I said now run, you can run. Got to tell my friends all around. Spoon, 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 spoon. You know I'm standing at the crossroad. I believe. Standing at the crossroads, I say I believe. Everybody say yeah. Everybody say yeah. Say yeah. I believe I'm sinking down. Swallows fall.
Good Friday means to me a rebirth. It's almost like a spring awakening, if you will, and especially here at St. Mark's, simply because the variety of music I have never experienced anywhere in my life like this, for the joy, the uplift, for remembering death and how we move past death into a fuller existence. The variety of people, the all-inclusiveness of the time. I just enjoy Easter so much. St. Mark's is a very special place. It is a very unique place, and I'm so proud and pleased to be a part of that experience here.
You'll never find a love like the love I have for you.
And so for me, Good Friday Blues is just this time where we are hopeful, where we are joyful, where people come together and are meant to just be as one, in communion as one, and to just celebrate the life of a wonderful human being who has taught us how to live a more generous and hopeful life.
Cautionary markers, each with a tale to tell. Records of mortality and how a loved one fell. Crosses on the roadside, standing in the rain, marking paths of sorrow. Geography of pain. Do we ever know how near to closing time we are? Was that a departure lounge or just another bar? Will we even see what's waiting just around the bend? Can we know until we reach the end? Lovingly they're tended, so memories will survive of all the love and joy they brought when they were still alive. Crosses on the roadside, solitary shrines. Each one has a story. One of them is mine.
Well, Easter and Good Friday it is my favorite season, and Good Friday itself represents the supreme act of love by an individual dying and for the sake of the other. So for Good Friday Blues, for me, it's this act of collaboration and creativity where dancers and composers and and singers and the directors, we all come together, and so to me it's very uplifting and very exhilarating in the midst of, you know, this recognition of this act of love that Jesus Christ committed in dying for us. So I love being part of it as not just an observer, but as a participant.
I came in on this Good Friday Blues just this year. You've been in it from the beginning. What brought you joy as you were working on this process?
That's easy for me.
Well,
it was working with Janine. Yeah, I mean, really simpatico. And I think we came at it from different angles. I was more the directing of the actors, but to work with somebody of such musicianship, for one thing, and for such, I don't know, compassion and deep spirituality that Janine has, it was a joy. It was a joy. That was my joy. And then, of course, working on the whole thing was a joy too, but it wouldn't have happened without Janine.
Yeah.